So the antibody testing, we've been talking a lot about that too.
Right.
Is it available?
It is and it isn't.
Okay.
Okay. So the antibody testing is a blood test that runs on a chemical analyzer, and it looks for the antibodies that are left behind, that remain in your bloodstream after you've successfully defeated the virus. So I know Dr. Wynn's on this call, and it always makes me nervous. But whenever your immune system, battles a virus, it creates antibodies, and those antibodies stay after the virus has been defeated. So this blood test detects the presence of those antibodies. And if they're present, it means you had the virus at one time. What it doesn't tell you, are you now immune from getting it again? And how strong is your immunity, and how long will it last? So a lot of people are saying, well, then what's it, why do it? I mean, if it doesn't provide you with confidence that you're now immune, and it's a good question. It certainly provides a lot of data for us to understand more about the virus. How pervasive is it throughout the community? How did people contract it? Do there appear to be, how many asymptomatic people ended up having the antibody present, that they had it, and why didn't they feel anything? So probably a lot of it is for us to just learn more about the virus. But we now, Kaweah Delta we have 10,000 antibody tests now on hand. And our intention is we are first going to test over the next several weeks. We're going to test all 5,000 of our employees. We're going to test all 700 of our physicians and advanced practice professionals. We're going to test all of our residents. So we call that the Kaweah Delta family, the healthcare workers. So we're first going to test all of them. We're going to begin with those employees and providers that have had the most contact or the most exposure, because we're very interested in seeing what we find with that group. But then we intend to start opening that up to the broader population. So we've already been contacted by the Tulare Fire Department. They want all their firefighters to be tested. So I would imagine we're going to have other first responders that want to learn if they've had the virus or not. We then will probably make it available to physicians that want to order it for their patients. Again, not certain exactly how that information will be used, but if we've got 2 shipments that were 5,000 tests each that came in, and if they continue to be that plentiful, then we literally, could test a really large amount of our population. The thing that we have to balance that with is this test is not a finger prick. There are the tests out there, and that's why we've been very wary about launching an antibody test, because there have been so many out there that have not been approved by the FDA. They're promising all these things, and they just aren't reliable. So this one is a full lab draw, like you would go into a laboratory to get your blood drawn for a CBC or a lipid panel or something. We literally will go in, draw a full vial of blood, and test that. So that takes manpower and scheduling and everything. So it's going to be kind of rolled out a little slowly, depending on the availability of staffing and just our throughput capability.